Oh, hi, y'all. Let's see if everything is up. Let's go to my channel. View your channel. Hi, everyone. Woo, look at that. Got flyaway hairs today. Yay. Let's turn that down. Yay. Got sound? Let's turn that down. Yay. Got sound? Alrighty. Well, I'm just going to hold this for a second until I get started. Yes, I have been away for a while. I've been focusing on my art channel, The Painful Life, and I've been doing pretty good right now. I've been doing some 31-day challenges, which is to give me a lot of ideas for this channel on how I want to do it moving forward. Moving forward, I will probably just be doing this channel as lives, because trying to do all the videos in my computer is not the best computer in the world, and it is getting old and it's getting sad, so it needs easier as it can go. So for the Pynn Fool Budgeter, I am going to be doing some lives once a month when I get paid, so I can do some live stuffing, envelope stuffing and stuff. And the main point will be doing drawing art challenges. This is some stippling art I am working on. I am going to be opening up a Ko-Fi account as well. And so this is what I'm working on, some wild roses. We've got some sunflowers. Now this is kind of a first attempt, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have these as worth money or not, but I might just have to do a little fixing up on that one. But these ones take for hours to do, and each flower can be whichever money amount you want it to be. I have some Zentangle style, so we have some bubble ones that you can fill in. These are done with watercolor, and you can fill in anyway. We have some just kind of tangled, I have that upside down, just some sort of kind of tangled type of stuff you can fill in. You can add some designs to it if you want, and some floating bricks. Just kind of looking for ideas off of Pinterest to kind of turn into money challenges. And these are 3x6s, so they will fit in the normal small ones. I also am going to be doing some larger ones, like this one will be a freebie as well. This is a, hey, good looking. This is a funky looking giraffe staring in a mirror. And each of his little spots is, worth money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's about 20 spots there, so anywhere between $20 and above, depending on how much money each spot wants to do. And then you can kind of fill in and color in the giraffe any way you like. And he'll be up on my Ko-Fi account as well. Hopefully starting in August. I have a couple of things I'm trying to figure out, that and some SteamYard and that type of stuff. I have another Zentangle one. These are just the free ones I'll be doing. And I have the Zentangle one. This one is like 80 spots, so this one can be up to like $80 or more. This one is, I think, about, I wrote them down. Yeah, the first one has 83 spots, the second one has 26, and the other one has 46 spots on it. So you can just fill them in and have some really cool looking designs. And I'm still working on that one. I'm going to finish that one off here soon. And it's just, each one is worth a certain amount of money. If you don't know what a budgeter is, or a cash stuffing budgeter and everything is, we have, see if I have one in here somewhere. Maybe do I have oh, nope, I don't have one in here. What do you know? But any type of envelope, and each paycheck, you just take a certain amount of money, fill in one of these things, and the end of the time you have this thing filled up, you don't spend any of the money, unless you absolutely need to. And then at the end of the time of filling up one of these stuff, you could have anywhere between, depending on one of these, anywhere between $80 to, if you did all three of these, you've got quite a bit of money saved up. And I'm going to be working on a couple ones today, or at least one of them I'm going to try to get filled in, which is I have a really kind of a bunny that is, I could probably put this above it so you can actually see, because I am like all over the place. Let's just put this up here in the thing, and then I'll talk about it so you can, so it's not all over the place. So I might have to flip this. Let's flip this going the right direction, and there we go. So this is a vertical. Let's get this a little closer. There we go. Make sure we're seeing everything. But these are the ones I'll be working on today. I am so happy with myself. I went and I got a laptop holder and I actually put it together. IKEA is my freaking enemy, I swear. Anything that I have to put like slot A, you know, into slot B and stuff like that, I get sidetracked really, really easily. And so it's like, yeah. I was actually surprised as I took my medication. I was just diagnosed ADHD, and we're testing some of the different medications and everything. And it's just, it's amazing when you can focus for more than 3 seconds at a time. Anybody is out there, say hi. If you have an option to say hi in the chat. Hi, everyone. I don't know what I just pushed a button somewhere. What did I just do that? Let's go and cross that one out. Oh, I must have pushed F. That's what I did. Let's see. I'll let that get started. Oh, I must have went back in the past here. Touching buttons all the time, just touching buttons. Don't forget to put that like and share, subscribe, whatever all that fun stuff is doing. And, all right, we're going to get started. I am going to do, this one is going to be for my 2026 one. Let's do him first. I'm going to need something to kind of cover that up so I don't get my hands on there. Oh, this is my latest 31-day challenge one. It is a Santa Claus. I want to turn this like either into, I wouldn't mind having this as a challenge. Maybe having it put in, I need to do some more work on the puppy in the face. Bring it down and then maybe having it for a Christmas. I would like to do this for a Christmas card or a Christmas like cup or something like that. Or this would actually be kind of cool on a mouse pad as well, but still kind of working on it. I'm doing a 31-day challenge over on my Pynn Fool Life each day. The original plan was to do a 30-minute challenge each one. I have multiple ones, and this challenge has really given me ideas for some of these other challenges that I'm going to be doing. So it's really kind of cool. I would love to do something with the bee. Maybe do some honeycombs as the money challenge, and then having the bee on the side. This is actually done with pastel and colored pencil. The furries, I need to work on some of the fur textures and stuff. There's some stuff I really want to work on, but they're not bad for getting started and getting my Ko-Fi account up. This is where I got the idea for the draft. So a lot of these things are giving me ideas. I got a little fox and everything, and he is really, really, really cute. I might do something with him, like for like a pet or an animal savings type of thing. And then just some sketch one. This is what actually gave me the idea for my sunflower stippling. Was this like, you know, I kind of like the scratchiness, and I'm like tempted to do something with the sunflowers. So this challenge has really given me a lot of ideas for future money challenges. And so that's what I've been doing this last month, and trying to get my Pynn Fool Life thing going up and working properly. Let's see, put a chat in there so people know that it is live. Hello, everyone. And oh, this thing is just, I don't know if my Wi-Fi is giving me issues or not. But we'll see. Anyways, let's get started. I've been mumbling enough. So like I said, I'm planning to have this channel as mainly lives, and I'm hoping by the end of the year I want to do some like live drawings and live teaching people how to do art challenges with, with the stuff they have at home, and do some art challenge with friends as they're drawing, and then they can put up in their Ko-Fi accounts or their Etsy's or whatever they want, and have some specialized, art stuff done. And when I get these things done and done up, I want to do some of the originals and actually send them out to other budgeters or anybody else who really wants them. And this thing is just, do I not have it playing? That's why it's not playing. There we go. I'm like wondering why this is like behind. All right, get some of this out of here. I'm going to try to do different styles on some of these. I have some Zentangles. I have a big list of stuff that different types of challenges for different types of situations. I didn't do any Christmas in July because I kind of got a late start, but wouldn't mind doing some Halloween or seasonal ones. And I have one I'm going to be doing up for 2024 that it'll be a fold in half one that you can actually put in one of those 100 envelope challenge books to use that for 2024. So that's the plan on that one. And I've been sitting around here mumbling, ouch, so much. Let's get started. And let's see, this one I will probably need a very fine one, because this one it's got mushrooms and everything. So I might actually need to use some of these. And these, I'm so sorry to do this. No one's watching anyway, so I don't really care. I'm going to run out and get a better pen that's thin. Alrighty, I am back. Here's my other idea book. This is when I'm on the go. I have like little ideas and when I just want to try it. It's all in black and white. And my little, this is actually one of my first attempts in black and white. This is a little Victorian style house. I have my, the temple, LDS temple that's in the town next to me. Some trees. The building. It's just trying to figure out how to do. I really enjoy doing the black and white ink drawings and stuff, but then I started doing some ideas for some of these series. This one I might do having these open and then having these so you can kind of feel them as. Maybe I might do some series for just mini, like the size of a deck of cards that people can do, and that'd be kind of a cool idea to do a deck of card savings type of challenge. And just have some small amounts, maybe just 6 to 10 spots or something like that. You can do quarters. That's a tree that I started drawing and then never finished it. I need to finish that next time at Starbucks. Squirrel. I have an idea for doing a squirrel. Probably not just this one. This one's kind of one for my budgeting channel, where I was redoing my my banner, and so I have a train on one side that has the squirrel kind of running from the train, because I always talk about joining this squirrel-driven train wreck of a thingy. And then some dragons. I'd like to do a fantasy type of series as well. That's one of the ideas. This is kind of a forest bunny, a fairy forest bunny was the idea, And this is actually a picture of my rabbit Monk. Not Monk. Sorry, I just did a picture of Monk. My rabbit BB. And I use that, and I just have mushrooms and tree logs and all that type of stuff. First attempts and stuff. Like I said, a lot of these are going to be free. And my Ko-Fi, once I get that thing set up, hopefully by this next month. Hey, Missy Thomas, how's going back to school here too? Schoolwork? Oh my goodness, that's an evil word. Don't be saying that. I noticed your art, your budgeting thing's almost done with mine. When I get these things all set up, I'll have to have you choose which one you want so I can send it. I think you're one of the first ones that actually been using some of mine that I sent out. I haven't sent too many out. Once I get all of these done up and loaded, I want to do a giveaway for the originals. And I'll let you do a first pick, so you can pick whatever. I have, so far, I have these ones I'll be working on today. I have some Zentangle. I almost have this one done. I have the Hey Good Looking. This one's for a larger, not an F6. You know, the size up from the minis that we do. Be that one. He's kind of cute. And you can fill all those in. And then I have some other Zentangle as well. I kind of started out with just some Zentangles and my stippling ones. Where's that stippling one? And then this black and white stippling one. I have some sunflowers, some orchids, and I'll be working on the wild roses. I have a little bee in there and a little butter, not butter. These ones might be costing money. I don't know about this one. I might do another stippling ones as well. This one I'd probably have to touch up a bit. It was a first attempt, but I might do a series of stippling. These things take for freaking ever. So if there's something you like, once I get everything done, I will send a new one out to you. I'm going to put this up here so I don't smear those and see if I can get this bunny one. I'm probably going to do him in pencil and just fill it in because there's a lot of detail there. And then I'll just kind of outline the flowers themselves. So where is my, I'm going to lighten him up a little bit. And then I'll probably go through and redo some of these later on, make them a little more, less, I don't know, spotty. Because all the ink, I don't know how they'll turn out. That's a Sharpie. That's a Macro 5. Here's the tiny ones, extra small and small. So we'll start with the extra small for the flowers. And we'll start with the forest flowers. That's kind of sloppy. We might redo the words on that. These are like some of my first attempts on the flowers. My roses look a lot better. I'm still kind of learning. Still kind of learning. I might just do a couple little flowers in here. I'm going to try to keep this one kind of sketchy. Because I kind of like that sketchiness. Oops, I am dropping my things. I'm going to have this one look like it's rolling over a bit. And then this one will be coming out. Got to try to remember to get some shadowing in there so they look like 3D. And have this one look like it has a little bit of a chunk missing out of it. Get some little thingies over here. And let's see, is that in between or? Then you have to kind of figure out what side is the shadow, where the leaves are. It's like the shadow or the light's coming this way, and then you have to kind of figure out where the leaves are getting in. Like I said, I'm still kind of learning with flowers. This whole thing is learning. Hopefully people will do a little bit of donation off the Ko-Fi when I get it started. That way it really helped me with getting supplies, and hopefully doing some art lessons with somebody would be awesome. Sometimes when you just kind of get started and you're not quite sure where you need to go, by the time you get some of these things done, you kind of have an idea. I know they have some sort of veins in them. It's like I want to get it in there, but not too much detail, so I'll just kind of move on. If I need more detail, I will add it later on. It's like where to overdo it, where not to. Now I forget, Miss L. Thomas. Now is it Laura? It's been a while since I've really talked to a lot of budgers. I try to, but I've been so busy lately with all my projects. Now, are you a teacher or a teacher aide? I know you're talking about going back to school and getting ready at that time of the year. It's like I've had this thing in my floating around for like a month because I haven't really forced myself to do some of these, because I've been doing all of these 30-day challenges and stuff, and it's just everything else has been kind of falling to the wayside. This one just has 6 on it, so it should be a little easier for a challenge. So depending on, like, if it's $5 or $1. I really should be like looking at a picture when I'm doing these things. Pinterest is your friend. Get some more shadow up here underneath that tree thingy. I'll kind of come back on that and see where it needs it. Doing the sketchy style. Trying to get some of these little veins in. This would be nice with some watercolor. I might have 2 flowers here. This one kind of has that. Get those little tiny circles in here. Trying to think what I did here. This one's kind of a more of a raggedy looking one. So this one looks like there's a bit of a gap underneath. make sure my hands awesome. It's craft budget and oh, hello, first live with you. Thank you. Hey, how are you doing? I think she's helping her nephew with some work. Thank you for joining me, and I totally appreciate it. I've been away for a while. I'm doing pretty good. I've been working on my Painful Life channel, just trying to get all my art stuff up and going. And so I'm trying to start to get back on my budgeting one because I need a budget. And so I'm going to do probably mostly lives. I have some stippling ones. I'm going to start opening a Ko-Fi account. And hopefully by this Christmas we can do some lives together and art and do some art challenges with friends and stuff. So anybody who has loves doing art, different types of styles, I would love to do a collab together, or those who wants to learn. I'd be more than happy to try to walk through people so they can do their own little handmade challenges to add into their rotation or put on their Ko-Fi or their Etsy or something like that, because, you know, I love me some Canva style challenges. People are so freaking creative, but, you know, I want to have something that's a little more effort from you know, and time that you took, and each time you're doing it you're kind of learning something. I have 3 of them working on here. I have a fancy chicken and some mushrooms and a forest bunny. I just kind of went crazy one day on the forest bunny, so I'm trying to get the bunny done up. But I'm going to start on the somewhat easy part, which is the flowers. And this is when I just started learning how to do flowers. And I really enjoy doing the stippling and the kind of messy style stuff. I wasn't an artist either. No, I am not an artist. I did try, but my hands and my brain just don't coordinate well. I didn't start drawing until like 7 months ago. And my first art things were pretty much stick figures. And they looked really, really, really awful. And now this last one I drew yesterday on my 31-day challenge was because I was trying to get to the point where I could draw people. And this was the one I did was yesterday's was Santa Claus. This is actually my dog, Monk, my trucker dog. And a dude we met in Vegas one day, and he was just really, really awesome. So it is learned. It just takes some, with me being a bus driver, I can actually, I have like hours. I can do that type of stuff. And so just in the last 7 months, I've probably have over 200 hours of going from stick figures, and those stick figures were awful looking, to starting to, this was the first time I've actually done acrylic and some pencil together. I need to do some work on the fur and the skin tones. I don't have the right pencils to do that, but that's something you don't know what you know until you actually do it and spend more than like 2 hours doing something. Say, hey, I'm not good at it. I'm ADHD, dyslexic. This last year, I've learned how to use computers. I didn't even know how to cut and paste. I didn't know what a zip file was, and if it was legal to unzip that file. And it was, and now I'm debugging my computer and learning how to do this stuff and drawing detailed stippling and other stuff and doing 3-dimensional things. So you can learn. It just takes time, effort, and a lot of screwing up. And not being afraid of the messy, ugly phase. Like, that is a messy, ugly phase. Let me just kind of add to it. And how it spells? Do it sketchy style. And they say, hey, that's the way it's supposed to look, you know? Bug. Yeah, today, because I don't have the brain cells to do it, I'm just doing sketchy style. And it's either going to turn out nice or it ain't. And if it ain't, well, it's a freebie. Who cares? And it was fun to do. True. I'll leave you to the sketching. I'll do the coloring. Hey, fair enough. I love the coloring too. It's fun. What kind do you like to do? You like to coloring with pencil or acrylic or ink or whatever you have available? Oh, freaking fly. Dude, go away. Shoo fly. Clean off my eraser so I don't just erase with more gunk. I have a collection, so whatever the closest I use, mostly colored pencil. Then I make it or acrylic if the kids are around. Yeah, acrylic is fun. And having some kids to help you out always makes it fun too. That's the one thing, if you have kids, you usually have some sort of art supplies. Oops. I wouldn't mind having this as kind of see if I can make that kind of look like that could have just been a mistake. Make it look like some leaves. That could have been just a mistake. Oh well. It's like I've been practicing for using calligraphy and I just picked the messiest things I could do. I might come back there and tweak that a little bit later. I'm gonna make sure I have the corners in here so I know where in case I accidentally erase the dotted edge. I might come in and do some vines around the edge if I have room. Jeez. Someone just went beep. Hopefully it didn't kick me off. All right. All right, now I'm going to try to attempt this bunny. This bunny is a mess. There's so much going on. I don't know if I'm going to be erasing half of this or not, but we'll give it a try. Oh, college try. Hopefully. Come on. I used to use watercolor, but the kids is slowly stopped using watercolor. Watercolor is really nice to use. I really enjoy it. I just don't really understand how it flows and stuff, so I'm still kind of learning. At least you're still trying to work to improve. Well, it kind of helps to have a channel. It kind of forces you to do it. So one thing about having a YouTube channel or any type of channel, Instagram or something like that, it forces you to figure this stuff out. Now, I'm assuming you have a budgeting channel. Now, do you make your own cash stuff, or do you just like to go in and buy other people's or get the freebies, or what type of? I'll have to go and check out your channel. Reminds me I should write down these people, everybody's names. Do I have a pretty color? Let's use a pretty color instead of just everyday. I have me a calligraphy. I'm gonna use a purple. And where's my calligraphy pen? I had like a whole list of names. Do I still have it? Oh yeah, I do. There's some of the people that's come on some of my lives. Should I have this? Today's date is, what is today? The 25th? 7, 26, 25. Well, I just put the budgeter. I haven't done any calligraphy in a while. Ugh, I just drew a blank. He's my budgeter. Okay. Just the bad is in my name and your name, and I just completely forgot how to spell. I have both purchased and freebie challenges that I use. I do have a Ko-fi with both free and $1 items. Oh, cool. I'll have to go and check yours out. Like, I want to open a Ko-fi. How hard is it to open a Ko-fi account and get all that stuff uploaded? I haven't tried it. I have a bad tendency to procrastinate until the last second and then, or even not to the last second, just do it for no dang reason and then find out it's really, really simple. You know? Let's see if I can. Oops. Nope. No, totally screwed that up. Oh well. It's not hard, just a bit of consuming depending on how much data you put in, Miss Payne. I will catch the replay. Cool. Thank you for joining me. I really, really appreciate all the time. And I will most definitely check out your channel. And if I haven't subscribed, I will most definitely subscribe. At the very least, try to catch some of your videos and have them playing. Make sure I have the big B in here. Make sure I put Miss Thomas's in there. Thank you. Haven't done any calligraphy in forever. I was planning to write my mom's book in calligraphy one of these days. I would like to learn how to make a book as well. I just put budgetful. It's one of the reasons I have a hard time writing. I get distracted easy. Budget. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm like, I have too much stuff on there now. At least make your name pretty. Where's my thing? Let me write that out underneath. All right, well. God, I swear. I'd never get the book written because I'd be like, get so sidetracked so often. I need a piece of paper. Let me write down. Miss Thomas came too. All right. All right, there we go. I'll just, if I get anybody else, I'll do some more writing. So I can put that, when I upload this, I'll put it in the bio. Make sure I don't spill this ink on some of my finished stuff. That would suck. I'm trying to make this look like bark. This almost looks like that. What's that really Watership Down? That disturbing rabbit one. They have like one that the rabbit's like completely messed up. This style was actually an idea of, which one was it that I did? I had it Zen. Where is it? This one. Actually got the idea for this rabbit off of this one, off of the live on another one. This is the Mars bunny, and I did it in watercolor and stuff as well, but this almost started looking like bark and stuff. And over here, and I'm like going, I should do a bunny that's kind of a forest themed type of bunny, and that's kind of where I got the idea for this one. I don't know if I should leave him black and white so people can kind of color him in, or if I should kind of color him in myself. Making his eye kind of look like a... Just kind of do some shadowing in and let people decide if they want to color him in with some pencil or what. Almost looks like a tree limb, or a tree, end of a tree thing. I don't know if I should make it more of a flower, kind of match those flowers, or what. I also want to do kind of a little dragon type of one that kind of looks like it's a forest dragon that you're almost not going to see. Kind of try and make that look like bark of a tree. He looks weird. Dude, freaking fly, go away. And then here's Dulip is made up of mushrooms. Let me see, do I have any mushrooms over here? Yeah, I do have that. It's not the same style. These ones are more of those flat ones. Might have to. And it's like you start looking and then you see something else and you got to go and fix that. Then you see something else and you got to go and fix that. Gotta make sure I hand exercises so I don't cramp up. No death grip. I have a tendency to get death grip. I think I hear a bunny. It's like I've done so much of this detail with the pencil, and I'm like going, and it's been so long since I started it, I don't really have the visual in my head anymore. So I'm like, I'm trying to remember how to do this without doing so much detail that I can actually go back to like a Pinterest and look up some of these types of mushrooms, and then I could add some more in later on. I knew they kind of, some of them kind of cup forward, or cup up, and almost, look rounded, and then some of them kind of dome out. So depending on, I guess, how big and how old they are, they start kind of having the dome. And then as they get older and bigger, they start to kind of flare up. And then you can kind of see the gills underneath. So I'm trying to remember how to do that. And then she's got her, I don't know what I did with her feet there. If that's a 1 foot or 2 feet, or if it's it might be a mushroom foot. Actually. It looks almost like a mushroom foot. This is kind of a mix between like scratching and dotting or stippling, because I'm using kind of a very light or very small. This is a Faber-Castell pitted artist pen, black, extra small, and I also have a where is it? An extra small as well. Oh, I left the cap off. I've registered it. So I can actually do that for the extra fine work. It's like whenever I want to have some very fine marks for shadows and stuff, I can come back in and use the extra fine. That way it's not really overly dark. But still have some of the depth to make it look like this rabbit is some really weird shapes. I want people, when they get these, to go, holy jeez, there's a lot of little tiny marks everywhere, to kind of give it that look. I'm gonna freaking grab a fly swatter. Try to get some marks going in the direction so they kind of look concaved a little bit without going too crazy, because it's very easy to do. My nephew was in the hospital. Keep waiting for a call, so he's saying he's home. That is a weird. I think that's one more mushroom here. I have so many. I pretty much squiggled this bunny to get the random shapes, and now I'm like going after it, and I'm like, I have no idea what I did there. I'm gonna do some kind of stippling underneath to give him a shadow, but I'm giving a little bit of a line gap between it. That way you can kind of see so it doesn't blend into the shadow. And then just kind of do like boom, 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 boom. Once you kind of get the outline where you want it, a little bit darker around it. This paper is bouncing a bit, so that don't help. The other ones probably won't take as long as this one. The other ones are pretty much straightforward. He's a little designed, but I might just do some of his feathers in like watercolor. I don't know. This paper's not the best for watercolor. That's the only thing. I think these are like vines. trying to get some of these vines where I can see them kind of outlined because they kind of split and then go under and over. So I've got to kind of make sure I get some of this wrapping in here because it's just, I have so much stuff going on there. I can't tell what the heck I did. So I'm going to try to get some of these main lines in. And that looks like a log almost. This one almost looks like part of his toes. I can kind of see a stick here, so let's get a stick. It looks like some leaves. Looks like a flower, like one of these flowers are growing out of them. Trying to get detailed, but not too detailed. Looks kind of like there's another flower here. See if I can get some vines in there. Get another leaf over here. I wouldn't mind having some of these flowers match these, so I need at least to have 6 flowers inside him. And these could actually be like half flowers as well. And then these are what is growing on him. So these almost looks like a root and it represents him. Maybe. Maybe. Sometimes when you just start drawing, you kind of get ideas and you just need to kind of follow through. And he might kind of give you an idea of what this thing needs to be. I think that's a tail. And I think it looks like not the best. Might just make that a really big kind of a tulip. Not a tulip, but a rose that hasn't quite unfurled yet. So I might just make her tail one of them. So that means we'll probably need some see a leaf here, kind of, and trying to make this chaos make sense. Okay, I got one freaking, I think that's a flower. And I might just kind of fill in some of the blanks with like black. you ever look at a project you're doing and then you're like going, I had an idea. And this is not the idea I originally started with. And it's just like, oh my goodness. And it's turning into a cool idea though. But it's not quite what I had planned on. Oh, I need to do some exercises with my hands. Oh, what time is it? I think I have a doctor's appointment at 2, so I'll have to make sure I stop at 1:45, so about 20 minutes. If I have to, I can always come back later and do some more before I do some Ubering tonight. Let's see if I can get it kind of more zoomed in without losing the picture or turning it off. Okay. Don't forget to say hi in the chat. I won't bite. I'll even write your name down. Oh, shit. I'll even write your name down on the people who stopped by today. So if you want to be immortalized in ink, say hi. You're like one of them people who say my name, I just want to hear it, say it in the chat. I'll do better. I will write that name. I need more coffee. Now I got that song in my head. You're welcome, Holly. I know you. And have that coming over here. I'm like staring at this. My eyes are going buggy. There's a line there, so I'll put that one up here. And make sure I put some twirly twirls. But yeah, that bunny's looking like he's got the ultimate virus. This is how everybody becomes zombies. Did I do that one wrong? Probably. Let's add, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need another flower. This one kind of looks like a flower. But I need a flower, so I'm going to put a flower right here. Get some of the little smaller detail in some of these. This one almost looks dead. I need to start adding more and more. It's like the undergrowth, you don't have as much flowers, but the further they go back, they'll have more flowers and more leaves. So I want to start kind of adding in some of the leaves. And a couple more imitations of flowers, and I need to work on his foot too. I'm just gonna do some shadowing, that way if I want to add something coming across, I can. That looks weird. Let's see, I might just have too much. There we go. Sometimes the whoops. Yeah, the pencil markings kind of gives it more shading than I really have in there, and so this kind of, I'm gonna just do some dots around the edges, because mushrooms usually have all kinds of speckled stuff going on. Actually, he's looking better than I thought. He is looking better than I thought. Come on. I need to get some more of these. I really like these Faber-Castell ones. They're really cool. I'm going to get another one that kind of twirls around a bit on itself. I like making those little janky. Okay. I want to make sure I'm not overly detailed with the flowers, or else they'll just kind of get, I say as I make more details with the flowers. I feel I need a butterfly. There we go. Got a little butterfly up there. Okay, so I need some more vines coming over here, maybe some more vines coming over here, and I'll fill that dark in so I don't get, my eyes don't go buggy if I have a little bit of shadowing in there. And this vine up here, we're gonna have that kind of going under. So if you're gonna want one of these art pieces, probably the end of next month, I will probably do a giveaway. I say probably because there's a lot of stuff I need to learn. I need to put a wheel of like thingies, and once I get some more people in some of my chats, that it makes it worthwhile, so I can give away as I am on the live. There's a couple people I would like to give first pick to because they were very supportive, like Miss Thomas and Sin on a Budget. She's been very, very supportive. And there's a couple other ones that continually stop by and say hi, which I really, really do appreciate, especially for someone who's kind of stepped away from the budgeting things. It's still nice to have some of the budgeters that come over to my other channel and cheering me on all my endeavors. I always try to make sure I come back and say hi and do all this stuff. Let's get some. I'm gonna go in here, and I might come in with some very fine markers, like some browns and greens, and just do very light to make it look a little more 3D. And then I'll let the rest, whoever gets this, to fill them in fully. But I just want to put enough in there that it gives a hint of 3-dimension. Someone's going to have to do a story about this bunny, how he became the forest bunny. He looks like he's like a forest protector or something like that. The one that you never see but is always watching. Let me erase some of these so I can kind of see what I'm seeing. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I need at least one more flower. And I will do that flower maybe just kind of floating off. So it looks like they're starting to float off up into here. Let's get a little petal. It looks like it might be ready to fall off there. Let's have him connect somewhere. Let's have him connect right here. And this one's growing off of that vine. Let's get some flowers and leaves. Get some more leaves on here. Make sure we darken it in around it so it actually kind of makes it somewhat noticeable. And we have some more vines coming up here. I'd like to do like a maze and something like this. I have an idea for a pumpkin one I want to start working on and do a pumpkin maze. It kind of reminds me of my hat I did. I have a top hat one as a short in my other channel. I'll have to go check him out, but it's, oh, I need to finish his leg. Let's get a little bit bigger one. And I'm gonna have his toes kind of look like bark, like his face. So it almost looks like a log. Very messed up log. Might actually have some of these vines kind of growing out. Thing doesn't like to get started once it's been put away for more than 3 seconds. Need to get his dots done under here as well, so it gets them the shadow. Might have to do the dots on my own, but I'll get the outline on here so I know to do it, because I got to be hanging up here in about 10 minutes. Because I have a lady I talk to every couple weeks. I'll have to show her the stuff I've done. She likes to see my artwork too. My little therapist lady. Very sweet lady. I recommend, even if you don't have a whole lot going on in your life and you don't think you need a therapist or someone to talk to, sometimes it's nice just to have somebody who is outside your life that you can just kind of vent to, that you don't feel so bad because you're paying them. I'll kind of work on this on my own to get some of the shadowing. Because if you've been staring at it for a long time, your vision can kind of go, whoa, a little wonky. So sometimes it's good just to walk away, and I've been doing this for about an hour and a half or so. I don't know what is this. I'm going to darken it up around it, see if that can have that pop a little bit, because I don't know what that is. I think it's going to be some sort of, looks like a random mushroom. but I think that is good for right now. I'll probably come back and do some very light color just around some of these vines brown to try to give it a more three-dimensional shape. And like I said, the end of next month, I'm going to try to do some lives once or twice a week. And also going to do all my budgeting kind of live as well. But this is what I got done so far. I got me 6 little flowers. That way you can do anywhere from $1 to $2 or more, depending on how much you want. A little log. You can fill in all these things. I'm going to keep most of these black and white. Like I said, the bunny, I might do a little bit of color work around the vines and stuff, just to get very lightly. That way you can still color it in if you want. And have him as a big, maybe like a $10 thing or something like that, but just enough so there's kind of a three-dimensional shape of the vines. That way you can kind of see what the heck you're looking at. And I'll just do some very, very light shading, but in color, like some browns and that type of stuff. But I'll leave the flowers open. That way you can always add them if you want as a hidden savings within the bunny. But that will be for one of them. And then we'll do the fancy chicken next. And then our little shroom friends. He's very cute. I think these two guys are very adorable. See, those are the type of mushrooms I was doing for these ones. I mean, they're kind of, you can see the gills on the underside, and then just some different shrooms. Each one's a little different. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I think about 15 or so in there. And I will do the same. I'll do the outlines and shading of some of these, and I might do it very light around the edges of some color, but that way you guys can fill in the main animals as well. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I will see you next time, and I've got to go and clean up, and I've got an appointment in about 15 minutes. So I will see you next time. Thank you everybody who stopped by and said hi and help support me for coming and reopening my Pynn Fool Budgeter. I really, really, really do appreciate all y'all out there. I know it's a little bit... I've been gone for a while and didn't do a lot of advertisements, so I'm just kind of getting myself back into the swing of things. But hopefully we'll get going, and we'll see who all of our creative people out there. Love you all. I will see you next time. I will see you next time. Love you all. Bye.